Hey, Cartoons here. Hey, adult collectors. Have you ever asked yourself this? Why are there so many adult collectors? Adult collectors of the Gen X age. Was Gen X the first American generation to have a childhood?
Shut up and sit down.
Okay, if you were born between the years of 1965 and 1980, you're Gen X. If you were born between the years of 1946 and 1964, you're a boomer. Now, I remember growing up, I'm a Gen X, in the 80s and loving the cartoons that were coming out. I mean, there were so many awesome cartoons coming out. In between each one of those awesome cartoons, there was a toy commercial. But the cartoons themselves were toy commercials. I mean, me and my fellow Gen X kids growing up were bombarded with commercials for toys, and we loved it. Man, there's so many things that bring back such fond memories of sitting in front of the TV on Saturday morning, eating a bowl of cereal, watching those cartoons, or coming home, rushing home. I grew up in New York, so I walked to school, walked home and to and from school, rushing home so I could see the GoBots, so I could see He-Man. I loved it, and I loved the toys. Those cartoons and toy commercials are fond memories, and we collect toys as adults because it reminds us of our childhood. Just because we've grown up doesn't mean we stopped liking what we liked as a child. Now, we may not get down on our hands and knees. I mean, that's what you want to do. But you may not get down on your hands and knees and play with them like you used to. But you take your photography, you like to look at them and display them, as you may notice behind me. And that's great. That's fine. That's fun. It's nostalgia, and it reminds us of our childhood. And that, I don't want to call it brainwashing, but that marketing still works. I remember a couple of years ago, I was just collecting like Marvel, DC, and Star Wars, from those three franchises. And the War for Cybertron Netflix series came out. I had no intention of collecting Transformers. I didn't collect Transformers. I had them as a kid, and I still have my G1 Optimus Prime from the 80s that I had as a kid. But I wasn't going to collect Transformers. Then I watched the Netflix series, and this happened.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots waste their power to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. The Transformers, the Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
So if you're not a collector, or you have a loved one who's a collector, or you are a collector, and you're in your local Target or Walmart, and you see a handful of grown men and women sifting through the toys or bugging the associates about the latest release, they're looking for their childhood, or they're reliving their childhood. And it makes us happy. I know it makes me happy When I come into my collection room, you know, I have a comfy chair in the corner, and I sit in that chair and I just absorb all the nostalgia, and it takes the stress off my day. You know, after a day of adulting real hard, or a week of adulting real hard, you know, it's a big stress reliever to sit in my comfy chair and look at the collection that I have built. So yeah, so when I asked myself, how come there's so many adult collectors, myself included, that's the answer I came up with. We have been marketed to quite heavily during our childhood, and it's nostalgic for us, you know. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Why are there so many adult collectors? Why do we love collecting toys and hunting for our nostalgia so much? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. I hope you like this video. Give me a like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Stay inspired. Peace.